to talk about adding integers, and we have some chips in front of us, and we're going to let the red chips equal negative and the white side of the chip equal positive. So if we put these together, say we had a problem like 3 plus negative 2. We could show that in chips. If we had 3 white ones and 2 red ones. And you can almost think about this like a fight, like a war. So if you had 3 people and 2 people getting into a fight, what's going to happen? Oh, well, these two are going to pair off and take care of each other and go away, right? Then what's going to happen with these 2 guys and these 1 guys? 1 guys, that doesn't even make sense. What's going to happen to them? They're going to get beat up. And they go away. And who's left standing? 1 white one. And what did we say white was? Positive. So our answer would be positive 1. What if we changed it and it was negative 3 plus 2? So we'd show that with 3 red ones and 2 white ones. So what's going to happen this time around? We got 3 red, 2 white. What's going to happen? What do you think? There's going to be 1 red, so become negative 5? So these 2 will get in a fight and go away, right? Then what's going to happen with these 3 guys? These 2, and then you're left with 1. And what did we say red was? Negative. So the answer would be negative 1, because there's only 1 left over. Because they pair off and go away. Now, in the first example, what do we have more of? Positive or negative? Say it all once. What do we have more of? Positive or negative, number 1? At all at once.
Positive.
And our answer was positive. And number 2, what do we have more of?
Negative.
What's that?
Negative.
So what was our answer?
Negative.
So when we're adding these, we could almost say a rule is whatever you have more of is what your answer is going to be. Does that make sense? Okay, so what if we had this time 3 negative and 2 negative? So if we had negative 3 plus negative 2. So what's going to happen when these guys get into a fight, get into a war? What's going to happen? There's going to be what? Nope. What happens when these two red get in a fight? Huh? They stay. They're friends. They're on the same side. They're the same color. So they stay. So your answer for this one would just be negative 5. Okay? Are there any questions so far? So there's going to be 2 scenarios that you come across with this. The first one's easy. The one we just did, it's going to happen when there's the same sign. When we have the same sign, we're just going to add the numbers and keep the sign. Just in like example number 3, we had the same sign, we just added and kept it. Like if you had 2 plus 1, the answer would just be 3. You just add and kept it together. So same sign, add and keep. So we had -7 plus -5. We would just add like normal with 7 plus 5. Scott? Good, be 12. So 7 plus 5 is 12. And then we just keep that same sign, so the answer would be -12. We just add the numbers and keep the sign, just like before. Like if we had 3 plus 5, what would 3 plus 5 be? Nick? 8. Nothing tricky. It's just 8, just like before, not any different. Now where it does get slightly more different, so we have different signs. When we had different signs up here, we put the different signs together. In a way, we didn't really add. What did we do in a way? Thank you. We ended up subtracting. So when the signs are different, we don't add them. This sounds weird, but we subtract them. And then the answer is the subtracted answer, but whatever we have more of, that's what kind of almost wins in the fight to make it positive or negative. So when the signs are different, subtract the numbers absolute values. Remember, the absolute values is just when you forget about if it's positive or negative. So you ignore the sign. Then take the sign of the higher absolute value. What kind of signs are these? Same signs or different signs? So we're not going to add them, we're going to subtract the absolute value. So on the side, I'm just going to do 8 minus 5, and I get 3. Now, is that going to be a positive 3 or a negative 3? Because 8 is bigger. It's a higher number. So our answer would just end up being positive 3. So if I have one down here, something like -12 plus 6. Are these same sign or different signs? Different signs. So if they're different signs, I don't add them, I subtract. So I would just do 12 minus 6 and get 6. Is that going to be positive or negative 6? All at once. Is that going to be positive or negative?
Negative.
Because why? 12 is bigger. 12 is bigger, so it becomes not 6, but negative 6. Bless you. Any questions so far?